Close your eyes. Imagine another version of you, standing at the edge of a life you never lived. Not better, not worse, just different. A parallel timeline shaped by a single decision you didn't make, a job you didn't take, a person you didn't love. That's the power of one well-placed prompt. And today, I'll show you exactly how it wrote an entire parallel life I could have lived. It started with a question, one I wasn't prepared for. What if I had said yes to the thing I feared the most? That one sentence cracked something open in me. My hand began writing before I had time to think. The page filled itself with an alternate version of me, someone I didn't recognize but also knew intimately. In that version, I moved to a city I had talked myself out of. I lived in a smaller apartment, but my windows faced the sunrise. I woke up with ideas, not anxiety. I wasn't rich, but I was creating, writing, sketching, starting small things that felt like sparks. That life was built on courage, not comfort. And it all started because I said yes, instead of overthinking myself into a no. I kept going. I asked, who would I have become if I had loved the person I was too scared to fall for? The answer didn't come in sentences. It came in sensations. I could feel her laughter in my bones. I could hear the kind of silence that feels safe. We were building something quiet together. Maybe a life, maybe just a season. But it was mine. And I had walked away from it in this timeline, not because it wasn't right, but because I didn't trust myself to receive it. That prompt became a portal. Every question unlocked a new room in the house of my unlived lives. What if I had spoken up that day at work instead of staying silent? I saw a version of me who was respected, even if not always liked. She carried herself differently. Her posture had conviction. She still doubted herself, but she didn't let that stop her from raising her hand. What if I had taken that scholarship? I imagined walking foreign streets with a map in one hand and purpose in the other. That version of me was fluent in risks. She was bruised but glowing. It wasn't fantasy, it was recognition that these lives aren't lost. They live inside us, like ghost limbs of potential. We don't need to mourn them. We need to listen to them, because they hold wisdom we can bring back. I began using a prompt every day to write from my parallel self. I gave her a name. I asked, what does your morning look like? What is your greatest joy right now? What is the hardest lesson you learned this year? What did you finally let go of? What secret did you stop keeping from yourself? And from her answers, I learned what I was missing. Sometimes she reminded me that I still have time, that I don't need to live her life to honor it. I can take what she knows and live mine better. Prompts are more than creative tools. They're mirrors, maps, memory holders of lives unlived. And when you let them guide you, not just with logic, but with feeling, they take you to parts of yourself you thought were gone. So today, I offer you one prompt. Just one. Don't answer it in your head. Answer it with your hands, on paper, without editing. Here it is. If another version of me is out there living my unlived life, what does their day look like today? And what do they want me to know? Let them answer. Let the words surprise you. Because maybe, just maybe, you're not writing fiction. Maybe you're remembering. And maybe that parallel self isn't so far away after all. Thank you for tuning in to Prompt Yogi. Do subscribe and share this video to your loved ones.